The pig is engulfed in flames, but her skin remains unsinged.
Does it matter? I beg you, help! Are you sure it will work? How do I know it won't make this even worse? Okay, but I don't think... The agony! I can't...
Such barbarism. What happened here?
The Seeker's head twitches upwards as you approach. His eyes open a fraction. He struggles to focus his gaze upon you. A low moan escapes his cracked lips. His eyes close, and his head sags forward. You thought you'd already seen the full depths of Magister cruelty.
There's nothing to be done. Let's keep moving.
The Divine Order knows no mercy. It deserves none in return.
The merciful thing would be to hasten their journey to the Hall of Echoes.
The Seeker is silent. Apart... An old elf's pained gaze passes between the crucified. He seems on the brink of tears.
Mercy. Dear ones, not like this. Not like this. Not like this. They're as good as my family. But I cannot heal them. I cannot heal them. So much pain. They are changed. That Dallas woman did something to their minds. They won't be moved and they can't be healed. They resisted at all costs. They can't even be healed. Using such magic on them would kill them now. Such beautiful souls, corrupted by such evil. Where you find shriekers, you can trust the Divine Order is hiding something they desperately want to keep private. Fate of my dear ones proves there must be some such thing on this very island. Stay away from shriekers if you want to live. I know not how much longer my friends here have. Peace be. Peace.
The Seeker gazes upward, right at the sun. She mumbles rapidly.
Oh, Luciano, divine smile upon your servant. May the Hall of Echoes embrace your martyr. Oh, Luciano, divine smile upon your servant. May the Hall of Echoes...
She slowly, reluctantly looks down.
What? Lucian speaks within me.
The Seeker's prayer is now the weakest of murmurs, complete. An old elf's pained gaze passes between the crucified.
Dear ones, not like this. Not like this. Not like this. Certainly there are. More ahead aboard the ship. More about collecting their weapons. They're as good as my family. But I cannot... So much pain. But they're still inside. They're true souls. Uncorrupt. And yes, I know full well what they'll become. and I know full well they'd rather die 1,000 deaths than be used in such ways. They're called Shriekers. Upon sight, they blast passers-by with source so powerful none can withstand it. Instant death. Where you find Shriekers, you can trust the Divine Order is hiding something they stay away from.
Knowing the reputation of Brachus Rex, we should tread gingerly. What is this contraption?
Before you stands an ancient shrine, runes carved deep into its rock. The runes are in no language you understand or recognize. The shrine, your fingertips tingle as you reach out to the shrine. You feel power stir in your chest, but you feel lacking, like a... Before you stands an ancient shrine, runes carved. Your fingertips tingle as you... Before you stands an ancient... You feel the source inside you swell up, filling your chest, yearning to be free. Your power flows from your chest and into your hands, green tendrils of power slithering from your fingertips across the shrine. The shrine starts to vibrate and glow, slabs of stone gliding across each other as it begins to open.
Nice.
Yes.
The menacing skeletal guardian looks at you wearily, then yawns.
So you dare defy the will of Brachus Rex, prepare to die, and so on and so forth. Let's get this over with. I was a loyal servant of the Source King. I carry out his will in death as in life, and all that sort of thing. Now, can we get down to the fighting? I was enjoying a lovely dirt nap before you helped those heretical pigs. It is not my place to question Brachus Rex's will. I am to execute those who defy his legacy. Besides, there are far worse fates Brachus Rex could have visited upon you. This island itself is proof enough of that, I dare say.
She moans impatiently and taps her bony foot.
Yes, I know he's dead. I am still obligated to perform his wishes. He may not live, but the threat of his curse hangs over me. Who is to say? Could any curse be more grave than this interminable conversation? Now, let's get down to business. All this...
You don't remember? Goodness. One moment my flesh was flaming with cursed fire, and the next you had eased my pain. I can't tell you how grateful I am for your kindness. Now I'm just trying to get used to life as a pig. It's not so easy. I never did enjoy truffles. Well, I can trace it all back to Brachus Rex, of course. Many of us opposed his reign. Few dared to speak against him, though. A few of us wizards took the chance, though. We figured if we spread the word of his deeds, we might encourage enough people to come together, find a way to take him down. But we underestimated the cowardice of our comrades. All we succeeded in doing was being branded heretics and brought to Brachus Rex's court. The results were horrifying. A double curse, turned into pigs and set aflame for eternity. I'm not sure. I have prayed to Armadia, but she offers no answers. Goodbye. I'd love... You're back! The feeling is mute. I can't tell you how grateful I am. It's pretty simple, all things considered. I eat a lot. Fungus, mostly. And I miss being a wizard, though. Not sure I'll be on top of all the latest techniques, but I'd be a fine teacher of the old... Goodbye!
Frozen ground in the middle of a swamp. What's going on? A winter dragon? What on earth is it doing chained up here?
The dragon stares you down with flinty, intelligent eyes. He tries to speak, but his jaw is bound tightly by the same thick chains that shackle him to the pillars. The dragon stares you down. Unreadable glyphs mantle this ancient pillar. Braided through thick iron rings, source-infused chains bind... A tall woman stands amid a field of corpses, some fresh, some ancient. The sour smell of them stings your nostrils, your eyes. The woman turns to you, bitten lips parting into a grin. She tucks a small bunch of black-red roses into a leather strap across her left hip and, preparing to curtsy, offers you a...
What a bore!
She stands to her full height, her lips pursed in disappointment. She cocks her head and takes you in. The stench of death and sewage suddenly intensifies. She peers closely at you, a shrewd smile playing about her lips.
Ave de more de mergalach. Ha! Never mind. I mistook you for someone else. I am Radica, and you must be here for the same reason as I.
She pats the bouquet at her hip.
But you're too late. These roses belong to me. Looks like we'll have to find some other way to keep you busy. Oh, I do hope that little so-and-so hasn't been talking. Those chains were in a place for a reason. Ha! How earnest you are. I do love that in a man. Ha! As though you don't know. This is the one place in all of Reaper's Coast where blood roses actually thrive. I suppose you just stumbled in by mistake. Disgusting how they keep our kind trapped here. We are the most powerful beings in all of Rivellon. Brachus Rex knew that, and he populated this cavern with the bodies of those who stood in his way. I can only imagine all the terrible ways he mangled them before he finally killed them. It must have been so extravagant.
She draws closer to you. You feel the heat of her body next to yours.
I saw a skull over there. There were fine, very fine holes through every inch of it. Can you imagine how fine an implement he'd have used? And I heard rumors. He had a wand that could purge the source from whoever he so chose. He could collect the source and use it himself. Can you imagine it? Being so very swollen with the power of a myriad of lost souls.
Her eyes lock with yours. Her lids are heavy. Her lips are moist.
I find you rather delicious.
Suddenly, her breath sours in your mouth. It is rank, mouldering, thick with the taint of death. You try to pull away, but she is holding you tight and hard. You hear a low hum, getting louder. Before you realize what's happening, winged insects pour from her throat down yours. They ricochet around your mouth, a wet, buzzing mass, more by the second. Suddenly, all at once, they start stinging you from inside. She stumbles back a few paces and wipes her mouth.
Ha ha! Delicious. Mmm, so bloody delicious. Tell me, little man, do you know why the soil here is so very fertile? Do you know why it's the only place in Reaper's Coast where blood roses grow? It's the corpses, darling. Blood roses only grow in soil rich with corpses. I'll need more roses soon enough. I already started with the last traveler who interrupted me. Come, let's make next year's harvest a real bounty.
Look at that wand. It hums with inner source.